watchers. Let's imagine that you live in a high-rise apartment building, but you don't suspect that your doppelganger exists outside the building, a complete duplicate who is trying to enter your apartment and take your life to take your place. If this scares you, I will tell you how to avoid this in the complete story of That's Not My Neighbor. It's 1955, and for some unknown reason, people have doppelgangers whose goal is to take your place, even by killing you. They act in every possible way, even forging documents. To stop the doppelgangers and save people, the government creates the Doppelganger Detection Department, DDD for short, which responds to every request for doppelganger sightings to eliminate them immediately. We are a resident of an ordinary apartment building who takes a job as a janitor at the entrance to the building. We are shown a video instruction about our duties. Our job will be to allow and deny passage to the residents of the house to avoid the entry of the doppelganger. We can't overlook any detail. The lives of every resident of the house now depend on us, so we get to work. We have in our possession pictures of the residents of each floor in the house. Also in our possession is a telephone, a folder with a checklist that we should definitely check, and finally a list of residents who have requested permission to enter. We are responsible for opening and closing the passageway into the house by pushing the buttons to open and close the doors. If we forget to close the doorway, anyone can slip in and ignore us. Everyone who enters must present us with their ID, aka passport, as well as permission to enter. Each document must have a stamp approved by the Doppelganger Detection Department. We have all the data on every resident in the house, so by using the documents provided at the entrance, we can spot inconsistencies, mistakes in figures, photographs, and so on. We have a real resident of the house in front of us, but how could we figure it out? First, we looked at the name and surname, every digit in the passport, the presence of a stamp. Then we matched the photo to the person standing in front of us, also using their details in our file on each resident of the house. For complete accuracy, we see if the resident is on the entry list, and just in case we call his apartments, and his husband or wife can confirm that he's not home. And if the resident lives alone, then we'll just hear an endless ringing tone, and now we have a doppelganger in front of us, and sometimes they're immediately obvious, like when we see the extra eyes right away, or when the face is completely covered in hair, or the whole body is covered in blood. Arms can wriggle, and sometimes even the head can fly. Such doppelgangers we can immediately recognize, even without checking the documents. Also, each of the apparent doppelgangers can give us a ridiculous answer to the question, what's wrong with him? But sometimes there are identical doppelgangers who can only be recognized by scrutinizing all the documents that they provide and notice very subtle signs of change on the body, like a mole on the wrong side of the body from the resident's photo, or the eyebrows are not thick enough, like in the resident's photo, and sometimes there's no difference at all, and the document's all in order. But if you call the resident, we find out that he's already home and he's not waiting for anyone. We'll be distracted from time to time when a doppelganger walks in, not even trying to prove anything to us, providing us with tainted documents and not talking to us. This doppelganger just tells us 42 as a reference to the book and movie Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. The other doppelganger just tells us the word peach, and there are peaches all over every document as well. Once during the game, we are visited by a clown who silently gives us a sheet advertising another developer's game. At one point, a certain person walks in and starts asking us various questions. What is the answer to the ultimate question of life, the universe, and everything? As we already know, the answer is 42. He goes on to ask, what is the scientific name of the Australian animal that dramatically changes its appearance when it is taken out of its natural habitat? And the answer is Cycroludius marcidus, known to us as the blobfish. Next question, what is the only sport in which you can punch your opponent in the face? And the answer is chess boxing, where people actually punch each other while playing chess. The new question, at least how many times do you have to fold a piece of paper 1/100th of a millimeter thick to cover the distance between the Shire and Mordor, is a reference to the map of Middle-earth in Tolkien. given an encrypted question to solve. Using the Visionaire cipher, by writing the letters and the keyword hide, we get the question, what is the 7th planet in the solar system? The answer is Uranus. According to the Church of the Flying Macaroni Monster, global warming is a result of the fact that since the 19th century, the population of "here's a missing word" decreased. The correct answer is pirates. By the way, it's a real-life religion of Macaroni Monster. If we answer all the questions, we get a badge from him. At some point, when we ask why this resident isn't on the list to enter, he'll reveal himself as a doppelganger and threaten us, saying it's only a matter of time before the doppelgangers take over. At the end of the shift, we'll be awarded the title of Best Worker. If we miss even one doppelganger, we will be killed. The developer of the game has created an exciting atmosphere similar to Papers, Please game, but adding more mysticism to it. Soon, they promise to add more game modes, which will be completely different from the one I showed you. I hope you enjoyed the video. Watch out for doppelgangers. Like, comment, share with friends, subscribe to the channel, and see you in the new video. By the way, at the end, look at some of the hidden faces in the game.